Morning, everybody. My research for this semester is focused around technology and how it can be implemented into the classroom to promote a positive learning environment for students. So I figured, what better way to present this information to you than through a YouTube broadcast? One of the things I think people are worried about with technology is that they're afraid it's going to be used to replace the educational system that is in place right now and has been in place for many years. That's not really the goal of, at least not my goal. My aim is to show that technology can be used to augment that process, to kind of enhance it for students, rather than just creating a new way of doing things entirely. Another problem I think people have with technology is that they're just a little unsure of it. Some of the older generations, the educators now, didn't grow up with a lot of this technology, and so they're a little hesitant of it, a little unsure. So they may be afraid to implement it into their system simply because they don't understand it. So I think a little education on their part of that technology can go a long way. In my research this semester, I kind of used the term technology a little loosely, and I think that's deserving of some explanation. When I say technology, I'm referring to the level of advancement of tools that any given society has. And I mean, throughout history, entire eras of time have been classified based on the type of tools that people had. You know, the Stone Age was named because the people of that time, their tools were made of stone. So I don't know what you would call today's civilization, but when I'm referring to, new technology or just technology in general, I'm not talking about the internet specifically, computers specifically. I'm just talking about the tools that are available to society for us to make use of. And really, because technology is kind of what defines a society, if we are going to advance as a society, it's important for us to make use of the technology that we have. Now, it's pretty standard in classrooms today to have every classroom has a chalkboard, a dry erase board, something like that. Most classrooms have a TV, a VCR, a DVD player, an overhead projector. A lot of classrooms even have, a couple of computers with an internet connection. But I feel a lot of times those tools go overlooked. And this goes back to the educators themselves. What goes on in the classroom is essentially up to the teachers, especially at the primary education level. And if those teachers aren't aware of the technology they have and what it can do and how they can use it in the classroom, then they're simply going to overlook it, and it'll just sit there in the classroom idle. And it's really kind of a shame that this technology goes overlooked, especially with the internet being available in a classroom. That really opens up a lot of doors for students, and if it isn't being used, then I think students are kind of missing out on part of their education that otherwise, they would be able to see this. The amount of resources that technology can open up to students, no longer do students have to go to the local library to look up something. They don't even have to go to the library to see if information is available. Now we have online databases where students can look up articles from journals and periodicals and newspapers from all over the world that they might not otherwise have found locally. And having those resources available just kind of expands the learning experience that these students can get. And even with technology, with that information that they find, they'll be able to find more accurate information instead of, for example, instead of finding just an article about, say, men's health issues, for instance, they might be able to find something about men's health issues for a specific demographic. Technology allows the students to narrow down what they're searching for, so they can find stuff that's more specific to their studies. And I think that really helps in the classroom. And another benefit, kind of a social benefit that comes with this, is that if a teacher is able to learn how to use and adapt with this technology, and they're comfortable with it, they're comfortable using it in the classroom, they're going to connect on a more personal level with their students who have grown up with this technology and know how to use it intrinsically. And as a result of that connection, the students are going to receive a better learning experience. They'll be more comfortable in the classroom, they'll be more comfortable with their teacher, And that comfort opens up kind of a willingness to put a little more effort into their work and what they do in the classroom. And ultimately, that work leads to more success. One resource I think that can kind of be implemented into the classroom to make learning a little more fun is something that you're looking at right now, YouTube. It really opens up a lot of doors, and if you're creative with it, it can make the learning experience a lot more fun, a lot more engaging for students. For instance, a teacher could find a list of video clips on YouTube that pertain to the subject students are studying currently, and show those in class. And then those can be used to prompt in-class discussions to kind of get a little forum, a little discussion going about that topic. Also, it can be used to kind of give assignments for students that they would actually enjoy doing for a change. You know, surprise. Teachers could ask students to find video clips themselves about a subject that they're studying, or they could be asked to watch a movie and then even upload a video response of themselves as part of an assignment. So that's just one good example, I think, of how new technology can be used in the classroom. Again, not to replace the system that's there or to kind of revamp the educational system, but to augment it and enhance the system that currently is there. Another advantage of implementing technology into the classrooms that I think is worth mentioning is that it's a known fact rather, that different people learn best in different manners. Some people learn better through reading, some people learn better through hearing something, others learn best through actually doing something physically as a more hands-on way. And I think that if a teacher decides to educate people in one way, you know, they educate a mass of students in one specific way, then there's only a small minority of people that are actually going to fully comprehend the material that's being presented to them. And the majority of people that are left over, they're going to kind of understand it, but inherently, I don't think they're going to have a basic understanding of it. So through technology, we're able to gain more ways of showing things. We have websites where people can see the text on the screen. We have interactive software where the kinesthetic learners can do something hands-on to kind of get a better feel for it. We have podcasts and sound clips that they can hear things. They can hear somebody lecturing to them. So that technology kind of allows us to expand the way we present information, which kind of allows more people to retain it better and overall improve the education of students. So in conclusion, I just want to say that as somebody who does advocate the advancement of technology in general, I hope that this kind of helps to push people in the direction to sort of implement technology a little bit more in the classrooms. I know that the tools are there and they're fairly standard in classrooms today, but I think they're just going a little overlooked and they could be used a little more effectively. And I think I provided some good examples of why that would be a good idea. So again, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.